Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Are we live? I don't see it on the thing. Can anybody see us? Because obviously my phone isn't working right now.
Well, it says live in your corner, so
It does say live, so all right. There we go.
Now. Well, it says live in your corner, so
I know.
it does say live. So
okay, I have
right.
totally got. Okay, we're good. So, hi everybody, welcome tonight. It's a really special night for me. We have Nancy Antenucci, and oh my gosh, so we're excited tonight. We're going to be doing some wonderful readings. Nancy, you're a teacher of tarot, and I have to ask because in your notes you have Tarot School of Chengdu, China. Can you tell us briefly about that?
Yeah, I went to China twice, and we helped in Chengdu. It's called the door to Tibet, so it's right near Tibet, way on the other side of China, and yeah, we helped kind of. There were 3 or 4 of us that really helped kind of get a great syllabus together for beginning and intermediate tarot.
Wow.
Yeah,
it must have been so exciting.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Gosh. Beautiful. So, I hear it's beautiful there.
Oh, and I'm not a foodie, but I became one.
Oh, so. I love Chinese food. Okay, so Nancy, everybody, just welcome Nancy, and let's say hi to a few people real quick that's already popped in. Julie and Peter, of course, we're
Peter.
We love Julie and Peter.
We do.
And you've known Julie for 20 years at least, right?
In this lifetime.
You're right.
Yeah. Centuries together, and
yes,
and also just call me Nucc. I think that's easier than Nancy.
Oh, perfect.
It's just a blend of my last name. It's easier.
I love it. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so we have me. I'm here. Okay, we have Jen from Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation. She's a wonderful. I'm going to call her therapist. And then of course we have Woohoo Julie, Peter, Bring It Bots. Okay, we have Medium Betsy Palmer. Hi Betsy, thank you for coming tonight. And then we have Diane from Wood Thrush Cottage. Sweet woman. I have a lot of sweet friends in here tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Jackie. Okay, Jackie's one of my first moderators. She lives in England. Hi Jackie, thanks for coming. And I think we have 10 people in the chat so far. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you are author of 2 books, The Psychic Tarot. And when was that published?
That was 2011.
2011.
And then, and I think it's a really great primer for people that are just either brand new to tarot or brand new to using tarot in a really intuitive way.
Okay.
So
you think a seasoned person, it would be?
That would be great, especially if you deny your psychic abilities.
Yeah.
A lot of us do. Psychic still has a bad ring to it somehow. So it's like,
yeah, that's like a cuss word for some reason.
And remains thus,
right.
But
yeah.
I teach tarot kind of. I used to be a dancer. My first career as a dancer, and I was the same kind of teacher in that I didn't really want to teach technique. I want to teach you after you have some basics, and then show you how to just move to the music in a way that feels right to you. So
exactly.
Tarot is the same way.
Spirit, right?
Yeah.
And then you also you started the Minnesota Twin Cities Tarot Collective. Is that like a good conference that I need to go to?
Well, the North Star is a fabulous
North Star. Okay.
Yeah. But it's part of the Twin Cities Tarot Collective. I've been in the Twin Cities for about 30 years, and I've always had groups of people, whether I was teacher and they were students, or we were peers just playing. I've always had a group, and finally formalized it in the meetup group, the Twin Cities Tarot Collective. But North Star is a sweet little conference. We want literally cap it. I don't want a big conference. I love
Okay.
intimate ones.
And is that always up north here?
It's always up north, and usually we have it in the dead of winter so that we don't go insane. But this year we're changing it, and it's going to be in the spring. It's called Nucc, and it's we'll just get on our mailing list. Anyone interested, just get on the Twin Cities Tarot Collective mailing list or email me.
Okay.
And I'll get you on it. That way you're always in the loop. And we have a Facebook page.
Julie
too.
highly recommended me.
It's a great. we kind of usually have maybe 60 to 70 people. And so it's a great way to meet and really talk to other kindreds.
I would love that. Yeah. Okay, and you also have a website, and everybody, it's Between the Worlds, correct?
Yeah, no, betweenworlds.us. And right now there's a little holder page right now to schedule appointments because I'm updating the website. So hopefully by mid-September I'll have a whole new website up, which is my other one was getting old and tired. So yeah.
Well, in the description, I have Nucc's Facebook page link, the website, and I also have the Amazon links for her book. So we just discussed Psychic Tarot and your newest creation, Tarot Rituals, which we'll be working from tonight.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about how you came to create that?
Well, everything in my life really is a ritual. Like
it is.
Brushing my teeth, I'm getting rid of bad words, paying my bills before I put them in the mailbox. I kiss the envelope. I want to be spirit infused as much as possible, and still stay fairly rational in the world. But
as you can be.
That's not a real high priority. Yeah. So tarot rituals is, I'm really, again, as a teacher, I love working with groups, and I give people ideas about what you can do as a solo reader and things that you can do if you don't ever even want to read for anyone else, what you could just do for yourself to go in deeper with tarot. But I also have a lot of ideas for groups. If you have like 3 or 4 of you and you're just clowning around, it's like, here,
I love it.
Yeah.
A little tarot and tea party.
Right. Oh yeah, totally.
I would love that.
the more, I mean, working in tarot feels like play, so at some point when you first start, it is like piano. It really does help to know what the keys are and how you do have to practice. But once you kind of get a rhythm that is, that you could actually carry on a tune with someone, then it's a blast. Then you can kind of really play hard.
Oh, I love it.
And that's what we're doing tonight.
That is what we're doing tonight. Let me see if anybody, it looks like Jonathan peeped in. Jonathan Daly. Jonathan and Betsy, they're from Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, everybody.
International.
And then I think right now, I'm expecting a few more, but I think we should just get started.
Yeah, let's do.
Okay. So if you have, I even have a banner for that, if I can find it.
And I'm just going to, we're thinking we could, try to do, what we're going to do tonight is Ginger Faye is going to do you'll have a question for us. Ginger Faye will do the reading, and then as she does a reading, I'm also kind of taking it in to see what I would suggest as a ritual.
I love that.
For you to embody. So we're going to try to keep them to 8 minutes each.
Yeah.
So I'll be a little bit of a timer here.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody, if you have a question in mind, put them all caps and use emojis so I can recognize them. And then hopefully... okay, so Peter says we need a channel called Nucc and Cooch.
We need what?
Nucc and Cooch. Oh, only here. Only here. All right, who wants to go first? Who has a question that they would like to have for tonight. Okay. All right. We have Diane. Diane's first. Diane, I love it. Okay. Diane, she would like to know the energy around organizing her studio. So she's got an in-home studio.
So the energy.
So the energy
that it is now, or the energy she wants it to be. What specifically do you need to know about the energy?
Yeah, be a little more specific, but I think what she wants is to start to make it into something. I know she does a little art, and I know she does a little tarot and little craft.
So maybe to make it as vital as possible.
Okay, she says the task of organizing it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so we'll talk about the energies of organizing her sacred space, I'm going to call it, her sacred studio. Okay, so Diane's sacred studio. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to maybe try to keep it to 2 cards, keep it simple. I have the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Ooh, can we see these? There we go. Okay, so the 7 of Cups, Diane has a lot of ideas going on, and I think that she gets overwhelmed by them, and she needs to pick 1 or 2 at a time. And let me look into the image a little bit more. Okay, so in this image, I see some celestial beings that look like they're trying to whisper into her ear. So to help you along, Diane, I think you need to maybe do a little meditation before you begin your tasks. And I'm going to bounce back and forth between the cards. The 5 of Swords. This is an interesting image because it's not your normal battle. So it seems as though you need to, this is just a different image. This person seems to have a little bit of an ego as he's talking to his peers. And I'm thinking, I still think it goes with the organization of you picking a few tasks at a time and moving with those, and then move to a different corner of your office and organizing that space. Pick what's the most important thing to you at first, and then maybe pick something little clutter and go through and throw away things. Maybe you should start throwing away things first. Throwing away what does not, well, you know that you're not going to want. And might be things that people gave you and you're going to feel bad about giving them away. But if it's no longer serving you, I think you should get rid of that and then pick tasks that are your most important and start with those.
So you got 7 of Swords and what?
This is 7 of Cups and 5 of Swords.
Oh, okay. So my ritual, then what I would suggest, especially because of the 7 of Cups, is that it's hard for you to organize things because you may not have a clear vision of what you want, of how you see what you produce there. Like you're good at what you do, and you've really finally you're stepping up to the plate and really kind of committing. However, that 7 of Cups is still, there's a whole menu of what you could do and what you could produce. So I would say and so that's causing the mental chatter, and therefore it's going to be hard to organize because your mind is a little So I would say do a magical business plan. Here's your ritual. Ooh. Do a magical business plan. 5 years from now, what would you love to see happen from this studio? and what you've done. What do you want? What body of work do you want? What kind of money do you want to make from that? And I'm saying magical. Don't be rational or logical or what can I do? It's like, oh, hell no. I'm going to make 100,000 and I'm going to do a whole series of, like stay big and beautiful in that 7 of cups. And then let that sit for a day or two. Let it cook like a good soup. And then take your time and really look at, if I really want to get somewhere in that sphere, where am I now? So it's, instead of looking here and up at Mount Everest, go to Mount Everest and look down. Then you'll know what you need to organize, because you're going to have a better sense of what you want to produce. So instead of having everything available to you, it's like, no, I'm not doing the collage work this year. So all my collage materials can go in a shelf. I don't have to see them. So hopefully that will help, Diane. Just that a beautiful vision is what feeds strategy. Does that help, Diane? Or
I just love that. That was really nice.
So it's a magic business plan, just what you really want to see yourself produce, manifest, do, receive in the next 5 years. And then use that as kind of all right, this is the pew in the cathedral I want to be sitting. How do I organize for that pew?
Yeah, I think we can all take that one for advice.
Oh,
She said it makes sense, and thank you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
And we're right in time.
Yes. Oh, good.
All right, next.
Okay, our next person is Jen. Jen, I know you said you had a call. Are you here? Oh, no. Okay, so Jen would like to know, what do I need to release and how? I know I'm holding on to something and it's reflecting in this cold flu. Oh, she's had a cold and flu for 6 weeks. Oh my gosh, so she's been ill. So, okay, so what do I need to release and how? Okay.
Okay.
For Jen, what does she need to release? For her highest good. How?
That's a long time for a stupid cold.
I know. Sounds like bronchitis. They hang on. All right. Okay. Ooh. So we've got the Tower and the 7 of Wands. My goodness, Jen. Oh my goodness.
Nothing too big.
Yeah. You need a spiritual epiphany to happen within you. Shake up that energy. You need to do something to shake that energy up, because with you being ill, you're not moving around as much, I'm sure. And that she's got a lot of laughing. And so you need to shake up that energy. You need to do something, even if you're not feeling 100%. Go for a walk. Go breathe in fresh air. Go into, just get out and move around. You need to shake up your energy. And then we have the 7 of Wands. Okay, so what's going on there? And then 7 of Wands. Okay, so have you been feeling like you've been defensive, not against the cold and flu, but have you been having a lot of anxiety where you've had to feel defensive? You had to be on top of the game, and this cold and flu is weak. So you've been weakened by this. So this cold and flu has attacked you that way. So how you can release that, I think, is just standing up and above everything. And like I said, find a way to shake up that energy and getting all your, I don't know, everything flowing. Do that.
Mm-hmm.
That looks funny. Take it away, Nucc.
Well, the first thing I thought of was like, wow, your body's doing a lot of the work for you. So it just, my sense is you weren't really listening to something before the cold and flu, and it feels like conflict and anger coming from you and coming at you. And it might be old stuff too. It may not be in the present. There might be something that wants to purge. I think in the end, this is fabulous. I mean, tower blowing up and then the 5 of Wands and chaos and everything. It's like, good. How long did it take you to finally get to this place where you could just let everything bottom out? And what needs to bottom out? So you're even saying, what do I need to release? And it's like, honey, you are releasing. This is the release. So, you don't have to look under every rock to kind of figure out, okay, what part of me is not, what's my wound? What's my trauma? What's my shadow? What's my, it's like, just when you're angry, be angry. When you're guilty, feel guilty. Wherever you are, be where you are. Don't kitty litter anything right now, and in fact, I don't think you feel good enough to even kitty litter stuff right now. So that might, brushing up the things that poop, that stink, it's like, no, you get to express your emotions. You get to feel your emotions. And I feel like it took this cold and flu to kind of wear you down to do it. So I think just the ritual is literally being with yourself and saying, this is good. Where I am is exactly where I need to be. Where I am is exactly where I need to be, and say that at least 3 times a day. So there's no right or wrong. It is, if you are where you are, be with what is, and I think that your body has trying to teach you that.
I love it. Yeah. She had commented, yes, I have ginger. Never thought of it as a defensive, but that makes sense. And then Jonathan loved your comment on look down. Do look at your mountain, but climb it and look down instead. I like that. And by the way, what a bad host. I forgot to.
Oh, my Tarot Rituals book. That's the new one. So that just came out in January.
Yes. And so everybody, the Amazon link is in the description. I think I've been thumbing through this, and there's a lot of beautiful rituals in here. That didn't, and they're tarot spreads too. So you're going to have a lot of fun with this. And it's like rose petal. It's such a beautiful image. I love that. So, okay. So Jen says, I think my chat's running a little behind. Okay, so Jen, did that make sense for you? Does that work for you?
Yeah, she said, thanks, Nucc. That makes sense. Good, Jen.
Perfect.
That's not easy, but yeah, Tower is.
Yeah.
It's good. It's finally some old shit is getting released. So it's like, good. Now, can I help that? And the way you can help it is being sick is not wrong. Being in pain is not. There's no wrong. It is what it is. Don't judge yourself and don't judge your efforts.
Absolutely.
And then you can kind of get over that 5 of Wands, which is like, no, I'm not allowed to think this way. So yeah, screw that.
It's you on the defense against this virus.
No, your virus is helping you.
Yeah, sometimes I always say whenever we're facing a challenge or even an illness, sometimes it's the universe's way to make you pause.
Yep.
And reflect.
There are no detours.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no detours. Everything is according to plan.
So she says, I can definitely take a lot from both perspectives. Thanks so greatly. Well, that's wonderful.
All right. Well, okay. Next.
Yeah. Next, we have Jonathan. Aloha, Jonathan. I'm jealous he's in Hawaii, but that's okay. Someday I may make it there. Oh, shoot. We got lost.
We lost Jonathan?
No, here it is. Okay, so Jonathan wants to know about restarting my painting as more than just a hobby, maybe painting a deck of some sort.
Wow.
So the energies around painting a new deck. Ooh. Okay, so Jonathan wants to know the energies that surround him painting. On income. This is the tarot deck. Okay. All right. Okay. These are slippery cards. Okay. All right. Wow. So, okay, I got the Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords.
Ooh.
Okay, so we know Knight of Wands, we're all about that creative energy, that fire going forward with that project. So definitely it's a yes. Start that project, start painting, and then if it turns into a tarot deck, that would even be a bonus for you. But I too believe that that it's going to bring you forward. I'm looking at these images. There's a boatload of people in this image. So I think with this your painting, you're going to help a lot of people, and you're going to heal a lot of people through your paintings, whether it's in a deck or just in a gallery. I don't know if you have fun little artispheres events, but I do believe it's going to bring joy to many people. And so I say yes and go for it, Jonathan. This I love this tonight. I love the horses in this deck. They're so robust. But he's definitely charging forward and using his creative energy. So what ritual can we give Jonathan to help him along?
The ritual. So it's really, we did not get the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So we're not seeing you kind of, really kind of pull your focus together and gather and get the lay of the land and then know what you need to do before you start. We got the fuckboy of tarot, Knight of Wands. So it's just like, honey, have fun. Just like throw it out there. Don't worry about the strategy. You enjoy, bring your passion and curiosity to it, especially if you haven't been painting for a while. I didn't know if you had putting all your painting down for a while or not. If you've put all your painting down for a while, then just have fun and just play for a while before you kind of get in your boat and go to the island.
There you go.
I would say that maybe the art ritual is to paint a tarot card that would tell you what the deck is about.
Ooh, I like that.
Let it show itself to you. Let the image talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Peter's giving advice, having nothing like having a kid to make you want to paint in a tarot deck, such as Julie did.
But does Jonathan have kids?
He has a beautiful son named Apollo, blondest hair, and he's just, he's a beacon of light just from the pictures, and once in a while pop into one of his lives. But yes, he's a beautiful.
And how old is he?
I think he's 7. Jonathan, how old is Apollo? Unless he aged 2 years before, right before us. I think he's 7.
Because he might be fun. Again, if you haven't been painting for a while, it might just be fun to paint with Apollo, get you going. The Knight of Wands he's all about, I just do what I want to do, when I want to do it, with who I want to do it, and it's like, good. Then start that way, and then you'll kind of know the more serious direction needed.
Right. He hasn't seriously painted since 2019.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So let's just go in there and have fun.
Yeah. Don't Diane says, let the paint flow, then scry the image. Yeah. Oh, I just gave her that advice last night.
All right. Well, next.
Yeah. Next. Okay, so
I'm the secretary.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right. Is there somebody else that would love a message? Oh, Nicole's here. Hi, Nicole. She's my friend from work. say hi to a couple people while we're
Oh, I
here.
better watch. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I should watch my swear words. If you have your child, if Apollo's sitting with you, Apollo, I'm sorry for the bad words. Sorry, I'll clean that up from now from this point on.
Oh my goodness. So let's see. We have a couple people that just joined us. We have Nicole. Nicole, do you have a question or a general? Would you like to know what your guides have a message for you? Be brave. Come on. Be brave. She's new to the YouTube chats, and I'm trying to encourage her to get a little more brave and saucy. Okay, so who else would like? Jackie, would you like a question? Would you like a question, Jackie? Okay. Oh, Julie has a general, and Peter likes a general.
Excellent.
Peter is the general. Okay, and then Nicole. I'm gonna. Nicole does have a question. Okay. All right. Julie, Miss Kushia Watts. What do your spirit guides have in mind for you? Okay, well, chaos, obviously, because cards go flying all over the place. Oh, Jonathan has both of your books, he says, and he loves them.
Oh, great. Thank you, Jonathan.
All right, Julie. Julie's trying to teach me how to do tarot. No, she had a live with Amber, and I'm like, I want to learn.
No,
She's like, you already know how, and I'm like,
that's right.
Always learning.
Nah, don't we? I don't even want to hear that.
Always learning.
If okay, you have what it takes, you have what it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. She thinks I do.
I know she does.
Okay, Miss Julie, I just see you have messages coming at you. You need to pay attention to, because we have the Eight of Wands, and we have my favorite card in this deck, the Moon. Ooh, hello.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Mm.
Okay, so I think we need a moonlit ritual for you to this is coming up a lot for me lately. I'm seeming to need to direct people to go under the moon, in the moon. We've got the new moon coming up, if it's not next couple days, I think. And so new moon rituals will be perfect, but your guides are trying to speak to you. So I think maybe in the new moon energy, I think you need to go outside, and if it was a full moon, I'd say have a moonlit picnic. I suggested that to Diane one time, but yeah. So yeah, I just see some things coming your way, and maybe it's messages about just, you're the wands are all about creativity, but I think it's your guides trying to tap you on the shoulder with a message. And with the moon, that's all about using your intuition. And so I think maybe you need to work more a little bit with using your intuition. And
yeah.
Well,
Ginger Faye, you went into the ritual part of it, which was quite lovely, so I'll go into the reading part of it, which is, with all of that, those messages coming through, it still won't be very clear. I think the moon, there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes right now for you. And I feel like you're going to get messages and you're going to feel it, but you're not going to have kind of that full understanding, and that's okay. You don't have to. A ritual that I would suggest is on the new moon, putting a bottle of water outside to infuse the to get that moon and keep it out there until the full moon. And then after the full moon, take a bath and pour that moon water into your bath. And that would be possibly when you might get clarity. I still don't feel like you're going to get a full cohesive message. Right now, it's just lots of glimmers and, little things coming in, but those are good if you can gather those.
Yeah.
After the night of the full moon, just kind of soak in that water and see, this moon really does. It's interesting. This moon wants to connect and talk to you, but it doesn't necessarily want to guide you.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
So you don't have to be guided. You might just need little sparks and glimmers of messaging at this point. At this point, La Luna. That's what we called it.
Yeah.
Well, La Luna.
Peter said we had a beautiful time under the full moon with Nancy and Christopher. Luna.
La Luna.
Yes, because you were just visiting and went to the wedding reception.
And it's weird. The universe pulls me to their place, which is one of the most beautiful places ever. That's one of the most beautiful homes I've ever been in, and yard and garden. Those two are incredible stewards of their land. And for some reason, I get pulled back there on an August full moon. And it just dawned on me this year. It was like, wait a minute, this happens kind of regularly, that I'm here for the full moon in August, which is amazing. It's like that moon was almost dropping out. Well, actually, Peter and I felt like that moon was really sharp.
Oh.
Like the light, it was like, it's burning my retinas,
Sure. I have a big window in my bedroom, and that full moon, sometimes I feel like I have to sleep in shades.
Yeah, they are so different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Every month, what she shows is very different.
Yeah, I love it. So Peter wanted a general. Now we have questions coming in. So we might not get to all the questions tonight, and I apologize in advance, but we'll try to get to as many as we can.
Well, this is great.
Yeah, so Peter, and also Selkie's here, and she has your books on her Amazon wish list.
Yay.
Yeah.
And I would just warmly ask any of you that have my book, especially the Tarot Rituals, if you could just write a little review of it. It really helps other people kind of get a sense of, do I need this book or don't I? And
do you want on Amazon?
Yeah, it would help immensely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Julie said maybe I need some of the waxing energy to get myself through the waning energy every month. That's interesting. Yeah.
Which one is the waxing? Is when it builds up?
I always say wax on, so that's when
wax and then wane.
Wax off. Wax on when it's trying to come through for the full moon. And wax off is when it's new moon energy. Am I wrong, Julie? Because I just don't know. I seem to just change my mind all the time. Okay,
Sproul. Now that's a good friend of mine. Another good friend of mine, Jenny.
Oh, okay. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome to the channel. You must know Nucc.
Yeah. She's my workout gal.
That's awesome.
We used to be dancers together.
Oh.
And now we dance on our own and do core work, which
I love it.
Yeah, it's not.
I need some core work. I need to core work all the chips and cheese I stress ate around here. Okay, Peter, what are we going to do with you? Peter. Oh, Peter. All right, Mr. Man. Ooh. We have Peter himself. This is the King of Coins. Look at you, mate. Look at you.
Look at you, mate.
And we have the Five of Cups. Interesting.
Wow. The King of Cups and the Five of Cups.
Okay. How can we do this? So we know the King is all about his bounty. For me, the King of Coins is all about being successful, but he's still humble and down to earth, and he would give the shirt off his back. He would just share his grapes to those in need. And maybe that's that Five of Cups. But so you're in mourning over something. With the Five of Cups, to me, it's mourning of a loss of someone. And it's an emotional thing. But that's interesting. Those two came up together. Trying to figure out the setting around there. It looks like they're near a cave, just outside of a cave. So you're just outside, just enough into the light that I think you'll come out of this and tend to your gardens more. Keep tending. And I don't know what you do in the autumn, what kind of reaping, sowing,
So I'm going to jump. Just those are two very interesting cards together.
Yes,
The
yes.
Cups and the Five of Cups. So Peter, no matter what you do with your vision, it's never really going to look exactly the way you want it to. So the King is in his full authority of vision and emotional well-being, but that Five of Cups is really showing that's not exactly what I wanted, or that's not exactly what I was going for. So just disappointment. Okay, I'm going to give you a tarot ritual, which is because they said you're allergic to disappointment. That's the message I just got. You don't want to be disappointed in what you do. And I'm not calling you a perfectionist, but I am. You have a real high integrity and skills, and you focus. So you don't want to screw around. You really want to do something well, but you're still human. And you still have to learn from that's not quite what I wanted, so mistakes and things like honor your disappointments over the next 6 months. Every time you're disappointed in something that you created or came from you, bow to it and just say, thank you, disappointment, for teaching me. Thank you. I do not have to be perfect, or I learned from this. So there's a way with that Five of Cups to really learn from what's not exactly what you wanted without beating yourself up. If that
sounds good. And he even says that he's ready for some shadow work. He says, my psyche really goes to the forest in the autumn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And Jonathan asks what deck I'm using. It's the Mystic Masters by Danny Mystic, and it's just one of my favorite decks. I get a lot of information out of these.
Now, I saw I'm not really following the comments as much as I wanted, but someone asked, how do I combine dance and tarot?
Yes, Diane wanted to know.
Yeah, it's more I just feel that tarot is it's images. It's not words. It has words, it has numbers, it has symbols, but the symbols, it is a language of imagery, and dance is a nonverbal art. So what I love to do, one of my favorite pieces, I just do little theater pieces that they're more movement than dance, but one of my favorite ones was I did the Two of Swords as an initiation. The woman is being initiated to become the high priestess.
Oh, I love that.
So she has to learn a certain, I picked 5 tarot cards. Here was my choreographer's challenge. I picked 5 tarot cards that I was not allowed to change the sequence to. And I had to come up with a movement or gesture for each card. And the Two of Swords, had to do this sequence 3 times well. And if she could do that fully and genuinely from her heart, then she could become the high priestess.
I love
So
that.
it was like I'm trying to find ways to use tarot as storytelling that goes beyond just mimicking the people in the cards. You know,
Right.
it's like, no, who are they and what do they bring to us?
What's their story?
Why is tarot such a beautiful, I just feel like there's 78 states of being about a human life and
I
how
love,
to be a great human.
right.
All of them. All of them are necessary, you know? So how I love dance or movement as because they have such
Mhm.
beautiful movement in them.
They
But
do.
the Two of
That's
Swords to me is the most ritualistic card in the
Mhm.
whole deck.
Yeah.
She did it all
That's how,
herself.
yeah, that's how I learned my tarot, was looking into a card and looking for movement to help me remember
Oh,
what
yeah,
that means.
then your body
And
has a
this was before I started reading intuitively. This was just me trying to learn what the cards were, but that's what helped me
absolutely get
envision.
your body memory or your body knowledge of it
Yeah,
is going to hold a lot more energy than your memory of the keyword,
right, right,
you know.
exactly, exactly. So Julie's confirming that waxing is building on, waning is emptying out the energy.
Okay. Do
So
you mind if we do the question from Jennifer, my friend Jen?
sure, we'll do Jennifer and then Nicole, and hopefully we'll have some more. So I'm going to put this up here. I'm putting this one up. It's a big one. Wondering what the guides are saying to me, because I'm feeling a bit not knowing how to navigate my future. Actually, yes, we all need a little guidance to
I
navigate.
know, honestly, this is like Julie's question. It's just like, what are they
Yeah,
saying to me? That's a great question,
it is
actually.
a great
That's
question.
a great way to enter any tarot reading is
Yeah. Okay.
what do I need to know?
Yeah. And this is what I put in my little bios. I want to assist people in navigating through their journey. So, Miss Jennifer, what can you advise from
Well, whatever ritual I'm giving you, you're going to have to do it with a tutu on. No, I'm just kidding. She was never a tutu wearer, or
Yeah.
not when
Oh,
we met.
I work. I'm the nutrition manager in elementary school, and this little girl came in. She had a Grinch sweatshirt on with a tutu. I'm like, I love your Grinch tutu, and she's like, it's my favorite outfit. This Grinch tutu. It's so adorable.
We should all have a tutu.
Yes. Okay, Miss Jennifer, your guides. What do they have? Message. Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh, I like this for you, Jennifer. We have the Two of Wands and the Chariot.
Mm.
Gosh, I can never navigate my camera here.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, the Two of Wands, I'm starting to echo now. Um, for me, the Two of Wands is you're at the entrance of a portal. So it's up to you. If this portal is opening for you, you've been divinely guided to this portal. And you need to have some confidence in knowing that it's for your best and highest good to move forward in through this portal, because with the Chariot, it's going to be something really good for you, and um, almost like taking in a personal power for yourself, not like ego or anything, but just having more control with whatever you're doing and whatever you're setting out to do. And so I really do feel like you're being divinely guided through this. Did I freeze? My phone froze.
No, I think you're good.
Okay, perfect.
Well, and that this is a little harder as a ritual. That the Two of Wands is really saying we have a path for you. Your guides are saying, we do have a path for you. Not only do we have a path for you, but when you get through it, there's going to be a car waiting for you to take you to your next destination. So this is all set, Jen. You don't have to make things happen. You get to allow everything to come to you. It's allowing. Yes, I'll take total prosperity. Yes, thank you. I'll take abundance. Thank you. You know, it's like, and we do have to step up to the plate and show up. But what they're saying to us is trust us. Trust us. We have a destination that you will absolutely love. The chariot is when we align our will with the highest will. So we can never, it would only make you happy. All I can say is, as a ritual, for some reason, I feel very tactical with you. Like if you could get like a little, well, and I know personally that you love Isadora Duncan. So, and you're an Isadora Duncan dancer. So maybe you could have like a little picture of Isadora, something by your bedstand. And at night before you go to sleep, you just kind of move her in a big arc, like she's in the chariot. You just something visceral that, but it also kind of triggers your imagination, like kids when they see Santa Claus in the sleigh. It's like, and the chariot does ride the sky. So it's kind of like giving yourself permission to just open up and just say, okay, I'll trust the divine plan. I just have to really show up. And it helps to show up with curiosity and joy. So whatever ritual would help you stay joyous, especially regarding Isadora, she's not done with you by any stretch of the imagination. So I hope that helps, honey.
That was beautiful. She says, thank you, Isadora, all the way. There's a deck I want, Isadora. Something, what? Isadora Beach and Sand. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's a most wonderful. It's out of print, of course. So I always pick the out of print ones. Okay, so we have a question from Nicole. My older brother passed away 15 years ago from cancer. He was my biggest inspiration growing up. Any word of guidance he would have for me in my current path or for my dad. So.
And what's his first name?
Yeah. Nicole, if you're still in, because she's got kids running around. Nicole, if you're still in the chat, what's your brother's name, please?
Peter. Peter.
What's he doing?
He's talking about Isadora. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
Okay, his name is Terrence. No, my brother's name is Noah. Okay, Noah. Terrence is my dad.
Ginger Faye, how do you feel about reading for those on the other side? Are you really comfortable with that?
I am.
Good.
Are you?
I am too.
All right. I just didn't.
I don't think we should do both, though. Let's just go for Noah.
Oh, yes, I agree.
That's her brother?
You brought him up first. I want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, if you'll just give me a moment.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, somebody's here.
Oh, yeah.
I am just. Oh. Yeah, he's here. Okay. And I'll apologize ahead of time. I might get emotional because when they come through me. All right. Noah, please. Do you have a wonderful message for your sister? Okay. Okay. Un momento. I'll show you that I have the star card. I had to choose a different deck for this one. I happen to have it here. These are very glossy. I have the star card. Temptation. I use this deck differently. It's not all tarot for me. Okay. So already if you're continuing to mourn for him, he doesn't want you to mourn for him. He doesn't want you to he wants you to remember the treasures that you two, the memories that you two have made together. And if you have something of his, you can hold it and talk to him, because he's there for you and he's always there listening to you, and you can always talk to him. And then at some point, I know that you can feel his presence, and as you grow in your gifts, you'll be able to hear him in your thoughts. I like this star card for me. That's just, looking up into the night sky as well, going outside and talking to him. And it's like she has the full moon behind her as well. So you might be able to do a ritual for him under the full moon sometime, or go out with this trinket of his and speak to him under the full moon, because it amplifies the energies, as we all know. And then we have the Eight of Earth, and I just love this thing. And if he loved music and you know what he loved, I would put that music on as well if you want to feel close to him. But he wants you to remember the happy times, the fruitful times, and not to be sad that he's gone, because he had a purpose in this lifetime that he had to fulfill. And he did that. And he doesn't want you to mourn him, because it's like he's proud that he fulfilled his purpose, whatever that purpose was. And he inspired me to play guitar, she says.
Wow.
So he's there. He's around you. He loves you. He just treasure all those happy memories you had with him.
My sense is with Noah, first of all, he loves this kind of attention big time. So that's nice.
Maybe he's the star.
What is remembered lives, so I was getting with the temptation that you get distracted with things. Like you know the direction, you know how to love your life, you know how to step up to the plate, but you get waylaid sometimes. Either you procrastinate or you don't do something, or the temptation is to not do the work. And my sense is he could be an incredible accountability partner for you. So he doesn't have to inspire you now. You have your own star. Now you're inspired. We just need to keep you on track, So I would say use the days of the month, either the day he was born, let's say he was born on the 14th. So on the 14th of every month, you sit down and have a accountability conversation with him. This is what I was wanting to do. This is what I want to experience. This is what I did for that, and then sit quietly and let him either just reflect you or witness you, but something on a monthly basis where you can really get real with him, get very real with him, because Noah's very real, so he's, and he has plenty to say. So, yeah. He also said we could do dreams. So if you wanted to.
I was going to mention the dreams.
Yeah, if you go to bed, and again, not often, just maybe once a month, or again on the day he was born, that's always a good day to touch base with somebody on the other side. You can just ask to meet in a dream that night, and just just to kind of like just shop talk, and talk about what you're trying to do with your life. The temptation is, I don't know why, but I got the word distraction really big. So it's like, oh, okay. And it's easy for all of us.
Since I know her, if you don't mind me saying, Nicole, but she has a lot of distractions.
Yeah. So how to stay focused and not manhandle yourself or anyone else, and not get distracted.
Yeah.
So, and he can help you with that. Well, we're good for one more there, sister.
And we have one more.
All right.
All right, Miss Selkie, she would like to know, will she find contentment again?
When was the last time you felt contentment?
I lost my chat. Okay. Nicole says thank you. And he does like attention. Okay, so Miss Selkie. Could
we turn that into a proactive?
Yeah, I'm trying to rephrase that.
To how can I create contentment in my life?
There, I love that.
So how do I need to reposition myself? Because it doesn't sound like she's content now. So how do I need to position myself to feel content? Experience content, I should say. Okay.
Enchantment just came into my head when I was trying to.
Neat.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Lovers, but we also have the Seven of Wands. Stop being so defensive. When somebody pays you a compliment, don't be defensive. Don't feel, soak it in. Soak in that compliment. I think what this is you should find contentment in friends as well, and companionship, not just maybe feeling like you need a partner to feel content. You need to first find contentment within yourself. Yeah, I just feel like you're on the defensive. Let me try to pull another card for how can we get into that energy of contentment. Because right now I just see where you're at. Okay. Ace of Coins. Okay. Okay, so I think you'll find contentment when you come out of, I don't know if you are a little introverted and like to stay home. We need to come out of our home a little bit. We need to be around other people, and other people that will help build up your confidence within yourself, that have your highest good as well. This Ace of Coins for me is normally like a sanctuary of healing. So I think you need to go deep inside and do some self-healing before you're going to able to enjoy the energy of contentment anywhere else. But you need to not become a hermit in doing so, and not be on the defensive all the time. And I don't know if that's helpful or not.
When I was getting as a
navigation instrument in here.
Yeah. And which card is that again?
I'm sorry, this is the Ace of Coins.
Ace of Coins. Okay.
And we had this earlier tonight, and then the Lovers card.
3 times a day, see yourself in, let's do the Ace of Pentacles as if it's a big, beautiful, like I call it the Wizard of Oz bubble. When the queen comes down, or the witch comes, the good witch has that bubble that she comes down in. So it's like, in just 3 times a day, randomly, you just stand, preferably with no shoes on in your backyard, but anywhere. You just stand and create a bubble of contentment around you, and just allow yourself to feel that in any way possible. You're actually not that comfortable when you're content. You kind of choose, like the Lovers, if it's choice, and the Five of Wands, you tend to choose creative chaos, which is cool. It's very stimulating, but it's not contentment. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to get used to what is content. What does that, okay, I'm going to content right now. It's not what I do. It's not what I earn. It's not what I have to prove to anyone. I'm just going to be in that energy 3 times a day. And that's kind of your Ace of Pentacles will create, just to feel that, just to feel. I do that every once in a while with Chariot. Someone told me, and I love this idea, that we are in the likeness of God. We're the like, and we're the expression of earth or God, however you want to see that. So that means, in a way, that we're like the chariot. We're like the car. Cars don't know where they're going. Cars don't figure out maps. They're the vehicle.
Right.
So at least once or twice a day, I just pretend I'm a car and let God drive me anywhere. And it's pretty weird. I mean, there's some weird stuff that happens. Like, all of a sudden, I just find myself walking outside, or, and it's like, okay, this is kind of weird. But,
I have a friend who every day she takes a different way to work, and she asks her guides to guide her. And it's a different way.
Shake it up.
I just love that.
Yeah, so you're more friends with, just kind of that beautiful spontaneity.
Yeah. I love it.
So what was really interesting, Ginger?
Yeah.
The more we did this, the more you gave rituals.
Did I really? I didn't mean to.
Oh, it was great. It was great. I was like, oh, that's a better one than I had in mind. So it's like, no. Seriously, just even the idea that we suggested rituals, it opened a door where you could do rituals, where you could suggest, hey, because it's one thing to get messages from the divine, but if you don't embody them or act on them, they go right back.
Sure.
That energy wants to go right back behind the curtain. So it's like, if you're not using this, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
So it's like, what am I going to actually do to kind of play with this energy?
Yeah. For me, I just envisioned the Ace of Wands in a deck that I had, and it stated that it's like you have an opportunity, but it's not going to be there very long. So use it or lose it.
I know. Well, that's the way I feel about the High Priestess. I mean, she's not going out and telling people, come to her. She doesn't go to them. But she also is like, well, if you're not going to use the information that I have on my scroll, guess what? It just goes right back on my scroll, and you're going to forget it, you little puny human. So,
you human, you
human being.
Oh my gosh, Nancy, this was so wonderful. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. I'm sweating though. I'm like, God,
I know it got warmer and warmer. So we know several people already have your books, which is awesome. And what's Peter saying about me now? Ginger Faye often includes action step when she reads.
Well, someone asked a question that we might not be able to get to. Steph.
Oh, she wanted to know what's a psychic vampire.
Oh, a psychic vampire.
Yeah. I work with some. They just drain your energy. In just there are people who are around you who drain your energy, and it could be through their actions, their words, or just their presence. And if you feel tired, yeah.
And I would say to you that the problem with a lot of psychic vampires is they don't know they're psychic vampires.
Right.
They're the worst kind. I'd rather
Yeah.
have a Scorpio that was after me,
Oh,
because at least then I would be like, okay, at least you know what you're doing to me, you know. But there are a lot of psychic vampires. It's just so unconscious.
yes.
So if your energy is depleted, it's not necessarily bad intention or malicious. That they
Right.
may have had a narcissistic
Yes.
father
Yeah.
or an alcoholic
Yeah.
mother. You learn how to take
Mhm.
energy when it's not given to you
Yeah.
willingly.
Yeah.
So
And if
they,
you're an empath and don't know it, that's when it really,
oh yeah. I
yeah.
just talked to an empath today, and I said, "You guys really, really, your spiritual hygiene has to be amazing, because if you go to bed with all that energy, do a magic sword ceremony where you're
Oh,
cut
there you
before
go.
you get into bed, cut off anyone's energy that is not yours, or even
Absolutely.
better, take a 5-minute shower as lukewarm as possible, not to wash,
Right.
to
Just to
rinse off the
yeah.
energy. Oh, it's wonderful. You don't
Yeah,
want to do it.
in my job, I think I really need to do that more often.
Oh,
Take
your
the shower at night.
spiritual hygiene is
Yeah.
essential for
Yeah.
empaths.
Oh, Nancy came in, but I'm sorry, Nancy. Wait, I don't even have my friend Nancy, Crohn's Intuition. Um, so yes, watch the replay.
Yeah, watch the
And
replay. Well,
then,
Ginger Faith, thank you. Thank you so much for
do
having
you
me.
have anything coming up that we might be privy to?
I'm gonna, I've had a lot of, yeah, I've lost both my parents in July, and I lost my favorite dog and my sister outlaw in April. So I was going to put together some really beautiful online courses
Yeah.
from my books, but
Okay.
they're going to need to wait.
Sure.
I helped all 4 of them pass over, and I'm really proud of
Amazing.
myself, but I'm pretty tired,
Right.
so I'm going to wait until I fill up my well again. And one of the ways I'm going to fill up my well is I'm going to go to Italy in January.
No. How awesome.
I know.
Have you been?
Never.
Never. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, and I'm going to hire a real cute guy and ride a Vespa down the street somewhere
Ooh.
and get it on film.
Awesome.
Maybe I don't have to pay him, but I'm willing to do that.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Hopefully
amazing.
someone that looks like Tony Francisco or something like that.
Right?
So,
That sounds wonderful, Nancy. I've really enjoyed your insights and your rituals. And everybody, you have to go if you don't have it already.
please.
Tarot rituals, and I believe I will be also purchasing psychic tarot because I'm very interested in that.
Yeah, that has a
Um,
lot of fun exercises in it for
yeah,
that, how to blend that intuition with the tarot. Well,
yeah,
thank you,
that's
Ginger Faye.
awesome.
You're a delight to
Oh,
work with.
thank you. I appreciate that. So, we're gonna sign off in a minute. If you can hang on just a few minutes before you leave me, and I'm looking through my banner because I just, I'm new to this whole live streaming thing. So we really appreciate everyone coming. Thank you so much. And my next thing is with Amber of Lavender Moon on next Thursday. We're going to be doing a paranormal investigations, Nancy. I've started a series where we take for instance, Amber and her brother grew up in a very active house, spiritual activities. So what we're going to do is hear a little of the story, and then we'll pull tarot cards to find out maybe what these energies are. And it's a really fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So that's next Thursday at 5 p.m. So you guys, if you want to join in, we would appreciate you coming. And thank you so much for being here for us.
Yeah.
And I hope
thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this, and just thumbs up. And you have a channel as well, don't you?
I do. I is it Between Worlds or Between the Worlds?
Okay, that's what I said in the beginning, Between the Worlds.
Yeah, that's
And
the
so
website. I'm not
that's
my YouTube, I think, is
Between
Between
the
Worlds.
Worlds. Yeah. And then your yeah, I think that's what I looked up.
Yeah.
Between the Worlds.
Yeah.
And but your website is betweenworlds.us.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody, thank you so much, and go, play around in the website and the YouTube channels and on Amazon and buy her books.
Yeah. Thanks. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.